Good morning or night everyone, and today I'm going to show you how to download VirtualBox from oracle.com. So the first thing we want to do is in the search bar we want to type VirtualBox. And our first hit should be Oracle VM VirtualBox. This is the one we want, so we'll click on it. And here is the latest version of VirtualBox 6.0. So we click on it and we choose Windows hosts. It has OS host, Linux and Solaris host, but we are Windows, so we want to choose Windows host. And here the download will begin. This will take a little while, so I'll speed it up. So now we have the installation ready, and now we double click on it to install. Hit run, and now we hit next. And we continue with the installation. We have all the VirtualBox applications. Software here will be installed on local hard drive, as well as all the other features. Now we keep create menu, create shortcut on desktop, and we remove create quick launch. And we click yes, and we click install. This will take a couple minutes, so I will speed this up. And now we always trust software from Oracle Corporation and install. Once again, I'll speed this up, and now it is finished. So you can start the VirtualBox right away, or you can start it later. I'll choose to start it later. Now that we have VirtualBox installed, we can start to create the virtual device. So to do this, we click on New, we name the device, and we change the version of Windows to the one we're about to load, which is Windows NT4. And click Next. Give it an amount of memory you want to have loaded, so I will give it 256, which is above the recommended amount. We want to create a virtual hard disk. Click Next and have it dynamically allocated. This could be any amount, and click Create. Now we have the virtual device here. Next we want to go into Settings, and we want to load the disk image file with Windows on it. So you click on Storage and Empty, and click on the file here to upload the disk image. Here I have the disk image on my desktop. Click Open, and then we go into System, and we want the optical disk to be the first thing loaded. So you click on optical disk and hit up, and it will be the first thing loaded when the machine is started. Invalid settings detected. System deacceleration, you disable this. Click OK, and now let's start the device. You can see the Windows NT setup has begun. Okay, now we are in the setup, so we want to hit enter to continue, enter again, C to continue, hit page down a couple times until the end, and then F8 to agree. Then hit enter, enter, and we want to format the partition using the NTFS file system. And now we restart the computer. However, when we restart, we will already have the disk loaded in, so we need to unload the disk and restart the device again. Click enter, enter again. The device may do this a couple times. And it restarted again. And now we in the Windows NT setup screen. Next we reload the disk that we just unloaded. And now we can begin setup of Windows NT. So hit next. We want a typical setup. You can name the computer with whatever you want. Don't need any password, and you don't need to create an emergency repair disk. Install the most common components and next. At this point in the setup, we want the virtual device to connect to the internet, so we will proceed with the default selection. Click next, and now we want to start search for the network adapters. So here's my network adapter, and now we will click next because it is already selected, and we want to select the TCP/IP protocol. Click next, click next again, and you will check the 10 base T port box and have it as default and continue, and you will click yes to this, and the network connection should install after this. Okay, now we continue with the installation. Could have the time zone Eastern Standard Time. You can choose to make the color less or more. So we can have it, I'm gonna put it as more. And then we hit OK. You need to test it first though. So test. Now we hit OK and the setup will be and now we restart the computer. Completed in a few minutes. But we need to unload the disk again. we are in Windows NT. Now you don't press Ctrl Alt Delete on your keyboard. You go into input in your keyboard and you use it here. So you go in keyboard and you press insert Ctrl Alt Delete. There's no password, so you just click OK. And now we are in Windows NT. And that's the installation of Windows NT. In conclusion, I will give a history of Windows NT while demonstrating the internet capabilities of NT. Disclaimer, not many websites are compatible with NT anymore because it is outdated. That being said, in 1993, Windows NT was first released and was the platform of choice for high-end systems during that time. The current and last version of NT is 4.0, which is the one we just installed. Its intended use is that for network servers and workstations. It retains the same interface as its predecessor, Windows 95, and it is entirely 32-bit. Its key features include the Windows 95 interface, containing the Start button, Taskbar, Explorer, Network Neighborhood, and Briefcase. Its networking includes NetWare, Client, and login script support, enhanced metafile spooling for improved network printing speed, support for 15 network protocols, and client software for Telnet and FTP services. There are also messaging capabilities like Windows Messaging Subsystem, Microsoft Exchange, and Microsoft Schedule Plus, WinChat, NetMessage, or NetDDET. There's many more features, but let's talk about the system requirements. I'm using an Intel system, so the requirements for Intel-based systems are 486 by 25 MHz or faster, or Pentium-based system. 12 megabytes memory/RAM, 16 megabytes recommended. 110 megabytes available hard disk space, CD-ROM drive or access to a CD-ROM over a network, VGA or higher resolution display adapter, and a Microsoft mouse or compatible pointing device. With all that being said, this concludes my installation of VirtualBox and Windows NT.